I don't think Ariel should have been black. I think it, before anyone takes this out of context, I do believe in a black Disney princess, obviously. Maybe there's nothing wrong with Ariel being black. 100% sure it's not because of the reasons I have seen on TikTok and YouTube. Mainly, and what I haven't seen anyone talk about in a video is, why are we making another Disney princess swap her race just so that we can claim that story? I just think it's a little disingenuous to me. Like when Brandy played Cinderella, I remember old Cinderella more than I do Brandy playing Cinderella. And that's because live actions in general are very poorly received. I mean, why not have a new story? We're getting new stories to begin with. Why not just wait and create a new story? Why do we have to have a live action black Cinderella and no one else in the cast is black? There was already a black version of a mermaid on the show, the series, the Little Mermaid series, and she speaks sign language, which I think was pretty cool. She was actually from the Ivory Coast, which it all made sense. You know, like, I don't buy the whole, oh, she's Danish. I mean, obviously there can be black people in, where do Danish people come from? Whatever. Obviously there can be black people there, but the fundamental reason is that mermaids are originally ethnic to begin with. So that doesn't really hold up. The reason why I'm personally upset with it is because it's like Disney is trying to make me suck crumbs off the ground. And I just reminisce about Princess Tiana. Princess Tiana was so good. Ever since the creation of the first Disney princess, which I'm 2000% sure it's Cinderella. I don't know why I'm doubting myself to begin with. But we've spent 80 years with only white princesses before Tiana came about. And that seems like, that's a lot. That is a lot. I am personally glad that we finally got someone whose ethnicity is rooted in that culture. I get what people are saying, that her being black has nothing to do with the culture. I feel like what Disney does in general with their princess movies is they root it in the culture to begin with. Why not have another black princess that has some African culture, Bahamian culture, Jamaican culture, or something like that, where the value of it is greater, I feel, because it's not using someone that has already been white, someone that I will probably always look at white, and someone that is already a staple of Disney princesses, no matter how problematic her story is, someone that has already been branded as the redheaded princess. Not saying that the new Little Mermaid isn't redheaded, I'm pretty sure she is, but she has dreads. I'm probably never gonna remember that. I'm only gonna remember the controversy surrounding that, and white Little Mermaid Ariel, like the cartoon version, I'm gonna have a more close relation to because I've seen her quite literally the majority of my life. And I'm not saying that the movie's gonna be bad, it's just when I saw Aladdin and the genie was Will Smith, I don't remember that movie at all. Anytime I think about Aladdin, I'm thinking about Robin Williams as the genie and whoever the hell Aladdin's voice actor is. And I'm thinking about Princess Jasmine, and I'm thinking about just the overall cartoon-y like value of it. I'm not thinking about the live action. The only thing I remember about the live action is Will Smith, and I'm more so thinking about the fact that Will Smith didn't stack up to my expectation because I liked Robin Williams more. What this might do is it might make me not like the movie. I really want to advocate for a movie that has a black girl as the main character, but it's very hard to do that when I don't believe in the movie to begin with. Live actions already are terrible. It's just the whole principle of it. Why would you race swap so that we can have that story? It's fine. It's perfectly fine if we don't have that story. No one wanted us to have that story to begin with. I don't know who came up with the idea. I just feel like it would be so much better if we could create an original story that could be on the shelves just like Encanto or even Frozen. Like that would be really good. And they would have their own world. They would have their own toys. It's not us replacing the toys on the shelves with a different skin color. That's not what it is. I think Disney really messed up because after Tangled, technically after Mulan, almost all of their movies had to do with the princesses and the princess culture. And The Little Mermaid, Cinderella, Snow White, all of that obviously has like a little bit of iffiness to it because you don't really know the cultures of them. The new era of Disney feels better because it's a chance to learn, one, about a new culture that you've never seen before, and it's a chance to familiarize yourself with a part of a culture that might be yours but you've never looked at ever in your life. Maybe you didn't know that there were African mermaids. Maybe you didn't know about Zekkyiah or Mamiwata, or just in general, Bichan, which is the Japanese version of the mermaid. But maybe you didn't know about that. Maybe you want to learn about that. Gabriella, the Afro-Latina mermaid, could have brought something out in you. Maybe her being on the Ivory Coast could have brought more tradition, more value in the story. Not the regular Little Mermaid. She has nothing to do. There was nothing about being Danish in her culture. I don't know where anyone ever gets that. No, I don't think of her as Danish. The only reason I found out she was Danish was because I searched it up after the movie, where every other princess after Mulan, you could tell what culture they belong to because they even said it in the movie. Let me know your thoughts. I'm very curious to know. This is an addendum because this news came out quite a bit ago, even back in 2019, and people are still talking about it. I just had to put my way in there, and I'm really interested in seeing what everyone thinks. I really wish there was like an archive of what the people at Disney, like what the stories they come up with and what the ideas they come up with, so that we can look at them and say, hey, someone offered this here, why aren't we looking at that? I just hate to see The Little Mermaid become a cash grab, because that's what it is. At the end of the day, you didn't have to make her black, you just wanted to make her black to gain more money. Far be it from Disney to include more ethnic backgrounds. I mean, we are getting Asha, which is an Afro-Latina princess, but we'll see. I mean, Sophia the First got Elena, the first Hispanic princess, and then we got the entire movie of Encanto, which is Disney, technically Disney and Pixar. Maybe that's a precursor to something else in the future. It's just Caribbean culture would lend itself to a better story. And that's all I have to say about that.